Will teachers who teach on the block schedule have to be evaluated 3 times each semester, or will they just choose the spring or the fall?
That's a great question. At this point, we're trying to allow the districts enough flexibility to choose things that are right for them. We would recommend that teachers be evaluated in either the fall or the spring, but again, the district will have the flexibility in making the final determination.
How will this affect schools that are already involved in TAP?
Schools that are currently participating in TAP will continue to participate in TAP, and our current efforts are to move all schools under the state's current evaluation system in the near future.
Why is the state moving toward this new evaluation system, and why are we moving so rapidly in that direction?
Act 54 mandates that the new teacher evaluation system be in place for the 2012-2013 school year. The purpose of the new evaluation system is to better differentiate between levels of teacher effectiveness in an effort to provide more specific and targeted support to teachers across the state.
How will the principals be protected from litigation if a teacher does not agree with the evaluation?
This is definitely a question for the legal department at the district level. However, all teachers will be allowed to participate in the same grievance process that's been done in years before.
How will a student's performance be linked to a teacher in school districts with a high student mobility rate?
Each district will determine a set attendance rate for students to be considered in the teacher's evaluation.
How are late or mid-year hirees to be evaluated?
Teachers or evaluators will have the opportunity to participate in a beginning of year meeting in which student learning targets are actually established, and also a middle of year meeting in which teachers and evaluators are given the opportunity to make changes to the student learning target if necessary. Mid to late year hires can make student learning targets at the middle of year meeting. However, student learning targets will not be made after the middle of year meeting.
What happens to my certification after a bad evaluation?
After a bad evaluation, the first year, the teacher will receive additional support and assistance specific to areas that are deemed necessary. After 3 consecutive years of being rated as an ineffective teacher, the teacher will lose his or her certification to teach in the state of Louisiana.
What happens when a principal and a teacher disagree on the standards, goals, and the rubric?
If the evaluator and the teacher can't agree on establishing the student learning target, there will be a grievance process in which the teacher will be allowed to present his or her case at the district level, and the district will make the final determination as to what student learning target will be specific for that teacher for that specific school year.
How will the instructors of AP courses be evaluated?
This new evaluation system will help to improve student outcomes by improving teacher practice. The purpose of the evaluation system, again, is to differentiate between levels of effectiveness of teacher performance in an effort to provide more targeted, more direct, more intensive support to our teachers.
How will teachers serving at multiple schools be evaluated under NTGS?
Teachers that currently serve in multiple schools will be evaluated by the principal or the designee at the campus where they serve as teacher of record.
Will pay incentives be based on this new evaluation system?
At this time, Act 54 does not speak of incentive pay. Again, the purpose of this evaluation system is to differentiate between levels of effectiveness and teacher performance in an effort to provide additional support to our teachers.
How will interventionists be evaluated in this process?
Interventionists, like all other non-tested grades and subjects teachers, will establish student learning targets collaboratively with their evaluator. The quality of the student learning target is measured, and goal attainment towards that specific target is measured as well.
How will this affect schools in the Teacher Advancement Program, also known as TAP?
Schools that are participating in the TAP program will continue to participate in the TAP program.
If teachers teach tested classes and also non-tested classes, how will the VAM model and the NTGS model be combined to create one final score?
The non-tested grades and subjects growth score and the value-added analysis score will be combined based on a weighted average of the number of students that participate in either non-tested grades or subjects or value-added analysis.
Are the evaluations the sole responsibility of the principal, or are we allowed to have evaluation teams?
Teachers are to be evaluated by the principal or the principal's designee.
What will the consequence be if, as a teacher, I receive a bad evaluation?
If a teacher receives an ineffective rating on his or her teacher evaluation, that teacher will receive additional and targeted professional development and support. However, 3 years of an ineffective rating as a teacher will cause that teacher to lose his or her certification to teach in the state of Louisiana.
Will the student learning targets be available on an online database so that principals and evaluators will be able to compare among schools and districts?
Student learning targets will be available in an online database. Principals will have the capacity to view all student learning targets on his or her specific campus. At the state level, we'll have access to all student learning targets that are established across the state.